question again from Germany.
Again from Germany, again from Turkey via Germany.
Yes.
Correct.
The Saudis and some other oil-rich Arab countries offer a monthly money as a gift to the ulama working in the Western countries, but they offer this money secretly. Some people say that Ahmadiyyas are also being supported by them. What Huzur says in this regard?
Jamaat Ahmadiyya is only one Jamaat, not only in Islam but in any religion of the world today, which is not financially supported by governments or other rich organizations. This is the only Jamaat which runs its affairs and supports its expenses entirely with the financial, with the optional financial sacrifices made by the Jamaat itself. And this is something which is very important, and it needs to be explained further. You see, you come across many an organization working in the West, in different countries of the world, and also in the East, in the name of Islam, to support the cause of Islam, and they travel far and wide to deliver the messages, but invariably they are supported by some oil-rich country or by some other state. They depend on these financial supports from outside, from the governments. No activity in the name of Islam is being carried out, or in the name of Christianity either, is being carried out without these outside helps. They also, of course, the ulama and sometimes the churches appeal to the public for raising some funds. But those funds are so inadequate, so meager, that they cannot meet the real requirement. So they have to be aided by governments. Ahmadiyyat is the only exception. Moreover, if you generally look at the image of followers of different religion, hardly a few would be involved in any financial sacrifices. Those who are involved, they are involved, individually, occasionally, and only to a very small bit. Some people created by God who must spend something in the cause of Allah. So these few exceptions, paying money, so instead of paying to others, they would pay to the mullah. But in a regular system of constant, this is the difference between Ahmadiyya Jamaat and the rest of the religious Jamaats of the entire world. Again, this is a Jamaat where every member participates, and even the head of the community financially participates. He is not maintained by the Chandas. He is one of those who maintain the Chandas. So this is a very different community of the world. And strangely enough, this is the only community which is being alleged that it runs its organization with financial aid from Britain or financial aid from Israel. How untrue that is. The proofs are concerned, I can give the proofs, but let this portion be translated, and if you are interested in hearing further on this subject from me, then inshallah I'll carry it on. Jamaat Ahmadiyya is the only Jamaat in the world which has been publishing its budgets regularly right from the inception. And these budgets are available for everyone to examine. And every Chanda payer who pays something, his name is registered and preserved, and the amount which he pays. And that is before the income tax examiners. And they always examine the Ahmadiyya account in particular, because most of them are hostile to us. They want to find out something which would provide them a handle to lay their hands upon Ahmadiyya. Here also this has happened many times. Some rabid enemy of Ahmadiyya has been reporting to the government, you know, this Jamaat is saving tax money and this and that and cheating the government, so better check their accounts. So suddenly we are approached by highly qualified teams of auditors, and they say, present your accounts of MTAs, for instance. It actually happened. And they took a year or more going into every detail. Full team was employed by the government, and they could not find a mistake of a single penny. Everything was supported. They said, we want to go to the side issues as well, to the other accounts of the Jamaat, which are somehow or could somehow be related to MTA. We said, all right, come and see our registers. And among them were hostile, non-Ahmadi, non-British people as well. They particularly employed them because they knew, they understand our style, Oriental style of things, and they would be able to catch us more efficiently. They did everything they could. At last, they laid their pens on the table and said, no more. All the money which was denied us, because they thought, your accounts are doubtful, we are not going to release the money of, what they call it?
VAT.
Huh?
VAT.
VAT. The VAT money they had kept, they had not released, which by right we should have got back. They said, all right, that belongs to you, take it. The more powerful evidence, even more than this, is what happened in Pakistan during General Zia-ul-Haq. Nobody in the world can have the slightest doubt that he was one of the most hostile enemies of Ahmadiyya of the modern times. He was absolutely rabid in his animosity and hatred. He appointed teams to go through the financial records of Jamaat Ahmadiyya to find even a small reason to disqualify Jamaat. Imagine that atmosphere, and repeated pressure from the ulama that their accounts should be examined and they should be declared unfit of handling public money. And also allegations should be found, evidence should be found to prove that they have been receiving money from foreign governments. All such attempts were so totally frustrated. Nothing doing. What better proof can you require from me than this? Right?
Second.
Aisha, is it your question now, next or? No. Or shall we turn to Abdurrahman? But before that, I know that the Syrians are very proud of their Arabic and also very sensitive to the mistakes in Arabic, which they consider as mistakes, while others think they're all right. So I was wondering whether you approve of his translation or not, to a degree.
I am satisfied, yes.
Good.
Yes.
It's the best he could produce. Best.
Yes.
And I'm satisfied because he does not miss anything.
No, and he is making it very quickly, so we can have more questions.
Very rapidly.
Yes.
Unbelievably rapidly.
Alhamdulillah.
Please.